Is this not what happened the last time the Taliban took over Afghanistan? The Hazara were targeted and have become victims of Taliban rule.
Yes, this is exactly what it happened, and the history is repeating itself for the Hazaras of Afghanistan. It seems that there are a lot of people who are willing to kill the Hazaras. The Taliban themselves, they have been attacking, they have been committing massacres of the Hazaras in Malistan, and just recently in Daikundi, and now these attacks, which were feared, very much feared, because despite the fact that Taliban came out and said that the war has ended and the peace has arrived, but it shows quite the opposite, unfortunately.
And is this indicative of other minority groups as well in Afghanistan?
Well, of course, all the minority groups are being subjected to a lot of atrocities. The Sikh community, the Hindu community, and the only Jew which was living in Afghanistan has already left Afghanistan. And when it comes to particularly to the Hazara, the Taliban has from the first, despite their charm offensive, they have been killing. And now a lot of reports are coming out of the Daikundi province, where the Taliban are forcefully displacing the indigenous Hazara villagers, the farmers, and the people who have been living there for centuries. And now they are forced off their houses, their properties are confiscated, their lands are distributed to Taliban fighters and their local allies. So the Taliban has the responsibility of all it lies with the Taliban, because it was the Taliban who released all these ISIS-K terrorists and all other terrorists from the prisons across Afghanistan. So they just whenever they took the control of prisons, they let everybody go. So now they cannot simply come and blame the ISIS-K or any other terrorist group, because ultimately the responsibility lies with the Taliban. And particularly if we talk about the tragic incident in Kunduz, it was like the guards of the mosques were told that they should give up their weapon, and they were promised of protection. And then the Taliban did not protect, because the suicide bomber succeeded to come into the mosque and even to the second row of the prayer line. So it shows that the Taliban are either not willing to protect Hazaras, or accept going along this with the Hazaras should be killed and further subjected to subjugation.
More widely, when it comes to security in Afghanistan, which was always a problem when the Taliban wasn't in power, do you think the Taliban maybe thought this was going to be easy? Well, we'll take control now. We'll tell everyone that things are okay. And actually, it's turning out to be a far more complicated thing than even they expected.
Yeah, of course, Taliban thought themselves, but the reality is that the Taliban have no skills to provide security. They're not trained for providing security. These are the same people who were blowing up themselves yesterday. Like, I mean, before taking over the government. So how could they just become professional security providers overnight? So that is unfortunately not possible, because these people do not have the intention, they do not have the skills, and then a lot of internal conflicts with it which are within the Taliban, and then these other terrorist groups who are going to compete with the Taliban in violence, because it has unfortunately been proven in Afghanistan that the more violent you are, the more power you get.
And so it goes on, doesn't it? Salim Javed joining us today from Gothenburg, Sweden. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.